It's time for us to talk, Jake.
You can't even look at me.
I want to ask you some questions, and I would appreciate it if you would try and be truthful.
You all right?
Did you sleep with Donna?
Look, Marley.
Did you?
Yes.
And lied about it.
I knew what it would do to you.
I want to talk about the night you were shot.
I already told Jamie I don't know much about that night. I don't remember.
But people have told you, haven't they?
Yes, people have told me.
Oh, that's not good enough. I want you to remember it, and I want you to live with it. The way that I live with it.
Don't do this. Go home.
Don't give me orders, Jake. Not leaving here. I'm not leaving here until we relive that night together. So you remember that I called you and said that I needed to see you?
Yes.
Do you remember me showing up at your door? You had bought tickets. First class, one-way airline tickets to Europe because you wanted to elope that night. And I said that I wouldn't marry you that night or any other night. Remember that? You were editing, and the music on the soundtrack was really loud. Do you remember me telling you it was over? Do you remember me telling you that I knew you were having an affair with Paulina? Damn it, Jake, look at me and tell me if you remember any of this.
You gave me back the ring.
Yes, I did. What happened next?
I don't know. I woke up here.
Somebody shot you.
I know.
It wasn't me.
I guess you wish you had, huh?
Why would you... Why do you think that?
Because of what people told me.
But you don't remember.
No.
I'm going to make you remember. I wanted a nice, clean break, and you wouldn't let me. You wouldn't allow that. So you know what you did? You grabbed me. That's what you did. You grabbed me, and you talked about sex, and you talked about how good it was with us, and you talked about how you knew what I needed. And then you know what happened next? Do you remember putting your hand around my throat like that? And holding me to the ground? Do you remember that? And do you remember... Do you remember telling me that you were doing it because you loved me? Do you remember that? And telling me that no man would ever love me the way that you loved me? You're sick. And I was scared. But I got up and I told you that Jamie loves me and that I love Jamie. Do you know what happened next? I went to the door and I screamed. I was pounding on the door because I wanted to get away from you, and I screamed for help. But you know what you did? You put your hand over my mouth like that. And you stopped me from screaming is what you did. You stopped me. Damn you, you stopped me from screaming, and you grabbed me, and you pulled me down to the ground with you. You got yourself on top of me, and you remember that? You remember that?
I must be crazy. I hurt you.
Please. Don't you dare use any euphemisms with me now. You call it what it is. Jake, you say it. You say it!
I remember. I wish I didn't, but I do. You said no. And I raped you.
Better.
Honey, I never meant to.
You never meant to hurt me? You heard me begging. You heard me screaming no. You heard that, didn't you?
I mean it. I wanted you to love me. I love you.
I will not allow you to make that connection. It was not love. It was not even lust. It was an act of violence. You, Jake, violated me. I have to live with that for the rest of my life. And I am going to make you live with that, too. This is not over, Jake. You don't remember the look on your face after you were through with me, but I do. I was sobbing and stumbling around, trying to find something to cover me. Desperate to get away from you. And finally I got to the door, and you didn't try to stop me that time. You know what you did instead? You said, I'll call you tomorrow, baby. I was dead inside. And you were acting like nothing had happened. I bet something happened. To me. And I'm gonna make you pay.